Now let's get to your money. With gas prices where they are, every little bit helps. And when you look at your paycheck each month, you may be appalled at how much comes out even before your check hits your bank. Well, there may be some ways you can increase your paycheck with a few simple adjustments. With us today is family, financial, and legal expert Alexis Martin Neely. It's always nice to see you.
Thank you.
You have everybody's attention. How do we make our paycheck bigger? Let's talk about these tips you have.
You got it. Well, the first thing that you want to do is let's look at why your paycheck looks smaller than it is. There's various taxes that are coming out, and what is happening is by the end of the year, ideally, everything will have come out of your paycheck.
Right.
You don't actually owe anything, and what's happening is you're getting back a big refund.
Which is nice. So just if you can bite the bullet for the entire year, you don't have to worry about when the end of the year comes.
Right. And I know a lot of people love that refund.
Sure.
But if you need to have a bigger paycheck now, there's things that you can do to increase the size of your paycheck. So what you want to look at is how many allowances and withholdings are you taking when you fill out that W-4 form every year.
That is confusing for a lot of people, single, married, kids, what have you. What are your recommendations there?
Well, the first thing is, number one, is that everybody should take 2. Okay, so some people are writing down 0 because they don't have any kids, or 1.
Why 2?
It's just them. That's the standard one. If you write down 2, even if you don't have kids or anything, that's the minimum. You put down 2, you're going to end up having the right amount come out.
Okay.
Now, really, if you follow the directions on the form, it tells you what to do, but sometimes people don't read through all the directions.
They just want to get it over with.
Right, so take a look at 2. Now, if you really want to get advanced with this, what I recommend you do is you go to one of the tax calculator websites.
Okay.
You go to turbotax.com or hrblock.com, and these websites are going to allow you to calculate how much taxes am I going to owe over the year, and then take a look at how much is coming out, and then you can adjust your exemptions, your withholdings based on what you're going to pay. And if you're willing to go without a refund, you can actually set it up so the right amount is coming out every week, and you're going to end up with a bigger paycheck. But remember, that's going to mean a smaller refund.
Okay, so what should people do if they do want that money now? What are some of the things that they can look at?
Yeah, so you can look at exactly how much you're going to owe over the year, and then increase the number of exemptions and make sure that the right amount is coming out. That's really the key. So you want to calculate that. Now, here's the other thing, is maybe you just need to increase how much you're getting paid.
Right.
Your paycheck isn't going to get any bigger because you're getting a salary, but you might want to look at starting a home business. There's so many benefits from starting a home business.
Now, why is that? Why do you want to start a home business?
Well, there's so many things that you can write off when you have a home business, like your office supplies, which are generally everyday things that you use in your house anyway. If you buy a computer, part of the rent for your house. Plus, it can generate extra income for you. But even if it doesn't, even if it never generates any extra income, the exemptions and the deductions that you can take from having a business are going to pay for themselves in terms of you ending up with a bigger paycheck at the end of the year.
A lot of people are saying, I don't have time for a home business.
Yes, you do have time. You can start, right now you have a hobby that you're doing that you love. You can turn that into a business. That'll have to be a segment for another time on exactly how you can do that, because there's so many ways that you can do it with any hobby you have. If you love sewing, you could start a business teaching kids to sew. If you love to read, you could start a business reading audiobooks. There's so many different things that you could do.
Possibilities are endless. So the bottom line, really take a look at your paycheck, how it's structured, and then get onto that tax calculator, because then you can really play around with it and find out where best you can pull that money.
Right. The one thing that you want to be aware of is make sure that you don't end up not taking out enough, so you end up owing at the end of the year. I don't want any of you to owe any money.